So, folks, right now I am standing in front of a burnt orange 1970 Challenger. Take a look. Got your sport hood, not a shaker. Burnt orange all the way down. It does get a vinyl top on it. If you come over here, you can see that. It's going to get a black vinyl top. And these two little holes, anybody know why it has two holes there? I didn't think they put the word Challenger up on the roof, and if they did, they certainly wouldn't do it like that. Let me tell you why. This car is one of 37 ever made. One of the rarest cars we have in the shop. What makes it so blanky blank and can't say it on TV rare is it's an RT, road and track, but it's also a special edition using a formed headliner, overhead warning lights, normally leather interior. This one has orange houndstooth interior, probably one of one. And the reason why does it get all the way down? They made a lot of RTSCs. Why does it go down to one of one? Well, that's why. This is a factory R code 426 Hemi. In the world of rare, in the world of collectible and valuable, the Hemis, of course, lead the pack. They lead them over LS this and Boss that. Although those are good cars, there's nothing like a Hemi. But now you start putting them in the E-bodies. They only did it in 70 and 71. This is a 70 model. This one is edging its way towards that 7-figure mark in value. It won't be long, next couple of years, 3 years, you'll watch a Barrett Jackson or a Mecum auction where one of these cars goes across the block at $1 million. A few things to point out here. Yes, the battery cable, the negative battery cable was in place when the engine was painted. So that's why you see paint on it all the way up to here. You see a little overspray on here. These are things we've documented over the years. Black wrinkle finish valve covers, correct. We have our correct original date-coded 3-speed wiper motor in place. We're in the process of assembly right now. The 2998 956 radiator is here. We just haven't put it in yet. The car gets a white stripe down the side, Challenger emblem, calls out RT right here, black top, burnt orange interior, absolutely stunning car. The thing about the Challenger is they're never going to be a CUDA, but as the CUDAs fade out and you can't find them and you can't buy them, these cars are going to start coming on stronger and stronger. That's why I'm predicting the 7 figures here in the next few years. The wheels are the original date-coded 15.7 wheels, rally wheels, according to the broadcast sheet. Original center taps. These, they never put road huggers on them, but what I love about these is these are old road huggers. I looked at the date on them, I think they're 78. So somebody put bias ply tires back on it in the day. The car was raced. That's why it didn't have any hardly miles on it, is it was raced most of its life. So we de-raced it. The motor is not the original motor, but I found an unstamped NOS block, which, say hello to my little friend, big money, big money. But that's what's in the car, and we also have the correct 727 torque flight, which also was big money. Okay, let's see if we can get back here. I'll show you one more thing on this car that's cool. We're in the process of redoing the headliner. And to do that, instead of having a vinyl headliner, it has this formed board right here. Has like a particle board almost type appearance to it, or thick cardboard. And then this material here, we're going to be reusing it. Here you can see not faded because it was rolled under and you never saw the sun. So this is the original color. This is the faded color. But what's funny is when I wash this whole thing, it'll come out exactly like that. We have all the materials to redo this headliner. It'll be one of the few SEs with an original headliner and original board. It'll be very, very rare and very, very desirable. And the next one we're going to talk about, take a real nice look at a sister to our Super B called the Charger RT. Now we're going to talk about a very unusual and rare and desirable 1971 Charger RT. So let's see now, I gotta go into my brain. 71 Charger RTs on the 440 automatic, 2,172. Yeah, that's right, 2,100, I'm not sure of the 72, 2,100 of the 440 automatic 440 Magnum cars. This one actually has the L37 hide-awake or concealed headlights, which was standard on your 66 to 70 cars, but optional in 71 and 72. So that is there. I want to point out some of the neatest features on the 71s. Now, the Super B's got it too, but this, I love this. My friend Andy bought a 71 Charger RT when we were kids, and I remember in my mind it was a yellow car. These emblems were 3 times bigger than that, but now I can see clearly they weren't. But boy, in my mind, that just jumped out at me. So this is the non-cold air induction. It looks like it's cold air induction, but it's actually not. This is the Charger RT hood, an upgrade from just the bulge hood that you would have got. You've got the matte black center blackout. This in 71 it's a decal, and 72 it's painted on. Just a little quick thing to note. It's also coated for our hood pins, our hood pin tie downs. Having a rough time today. I think I need more coffee. Underneath here is a beautiful 440 Magnum. This is a date coated correct G440 HP. That is the original carburetor that we had rebuilt. Our friends back at Cross Ram Connection did a phenomenal job on that. Phenomenal job. It's a power disc brake car, power steering car. Side markers on the Charger RT and 71 are the same as the Super B, or even just a regular Charger for that matter. Now this car's supposed to have wheel opening moldings on it, but the owner didn't want them, and I don't blame him. I think it looks good without it. I think it can go either way, but I like it without them. This will also get the decal, the stripe that the 71 Super B's got. Just to refresh your memory, this one here, that car will get it too, but we haven't set the final adjustment on the doors. We got to do the final adjustment on the doors, hood, and fenders. Once those are set, Shane will do those first part of next week. We'll put that decal on. We've got all original date coated glass in this car. It is a black vinyl top car. One of the coolest things. He's going with dog dish, which by the way is awesome. And the BF Goodriches, by the way, that we put on everything are on back order right now, so we could not get them. That's why we put the Coopers on. He's just going to cook them off of there within a couple of minutes anyway. So, but take a look at the tail light and the rear body on this car. These are just the coolest. These louvered tail lights. I loved them as a kid. I love them today just as much as I ever did. So we're in the final 4 weeks of assembly on this car. It's a black interior. My friend Dante has provided all the interior for this thing. Here is the steering column, almost done being built. We're waiting for our steering wheel to show up, but this is all restored. Brian did a great job on it. It gets a little decal that goes here that says press to release key, because that would get turned down like that. When it's in place, you do that so you can get the key out. Okay, and then Dakota. I did not know this. Dakota Gauges makes the 71 to 74 B body. Look at that thing. Now, it's not powered up and it's a little dusty right now, but these fit like a glove. They're absolutely so cool. You got your 150 speedo, your tachometer, your gauges, all 4 gauges. And that just really is such a nice, we're putting it in almost everything. There's no reason not to. If you got a Hemi car and it's a numbers matching, it's $1 million car, of course you don't want to do that. But in a case like this where it's a non-numbers matching and you want dependable gauges that you can actually trust, because very rarely can you trust the originals, then go with the Dakota setup. It's an awesome, awesome setup. So here in a few weeks, we will have this car done. I will take Bubble Boy here out and we will do a big old snorkeler like we did in the 71 Cuda. Remember the 71 Cuda? That scare you?
Yes.
You sell a lot of Girl Scout cookies back in the day? I bet you did, didn't you? What was your name back then? Yolanda? Alex, you little bitch? Just watched Nothing to Lose, Martin Lawrence, Tim Robbins, good stuff. All right, thanks for watching. Hello ghouls, Mark Warman here, the Ice Tray from Graveyard Carz. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to our channel. We have fantastic stuff coming up, and some of it you've never seen before. I gotta go insult people. Hey Alice!